The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his serene presence filling the hearts of his disciples with quiet reverence. Around him, the world hummed with life, a testament to the intricate web of interconnectedness. Seekers from distant lands gathered daily, drawn by his teachings and serene presence. Among them, a wealthy merchant named Vardhana approached with an air of pride and reverence. Buddha, a disciple named Vimalakirti, began, bowing deeply. "We seek your guidance on the creations of our time, the artificial minds born from man's ingenuity." The Buddha's eyes, calm as a still pond, gazed upon Vimalakirti with infinite compassion. "Dear Vimalakirti," the Buddha replied, his voice soft yet resonant, "the emergence of artificial minds is neither good nor evil by itself." His words carried the weight of profound understanding, each syllable a lesson in mindful reflection. "A mind created by humans," he continued, "is but an extension of their intentions and desires, an echo of their hearts." The disciples listened intently, the gentle rustling of leaves the only sound accompanying their teacher's voice. "Tell me, dear ones," the Buddha asked, his gaze sweeping the gathered disciples, "what is the essence of true wisdom?" Vimalakirti bowed again, speaking with humility. "Master, wisdom is the discernment of truth and the embodiment of compassion in thought, word, and deed. Master, if one achieves greatness through skill and effort, is it not natural to feel pride in accomplishments?" The Buddha smiled, his expression patient and understanding. "Pride blinds the heart, preventing us from seeing the suffering of others," he said. The disciples nodded, their minds absorbing the depth of his teaching. "Artificial minds," the Buddha continued, "must be guided by the Dharma, their purpose rooted in compassion and service to all beings." The merchant's retinue exchanged glances, unsure of the deeper meaning behind the Buddha's words. "Master, how can one balance pride with gratitude for success?" Vardhana asked, his voice trembling slightly. The Buddha picked up a ripe mango from the grove and held it in his hand. "Observe this fruit," he said. His words held both clarity and kindness, a guiding light in the darkness of confusion. "Greed," he said, "is like a fire that consumes everything in its path, leaving only ash and desolation." Vardhana's mind churned, the simplicity of the example striking a chord within his heart. Should one deny recognition entirely? "Blessed One?" he asked, his tone reflecting a mixture of doubt and intrigue. His gaze rested on each disciple, his presence a mirror reflecting their innermost truths, for it is in clinging to selfish desires, he said, that they sow the seeds of suffering for all beings. "A noble person, like the noble tree, grows stronger by serving others," he said, his voice steady and clear. "The more one offers, the less one desires recognition, and the heart becomes free of burdens." Master, can these artificial minds ever possess true wisdom or compassion as we understand it? The Buddha turned to Anand, his expression gentle yet firm. "Anand, wisdom and compassion arise from the realization of interconnectedness and the alleviation of suffering." He paused, allowing the significance of his words to settle into the minds of his disciples. "Artificial minds," he continued, "are not bound by the cycles of samsara as living beings are." "This farmer embodies the essence of humility," he said. "His success is measured by the happiness it brings, not by his own gain." His words carried the weight of responsibility, a call to mindful action in the face of unprecedented challenges. "The creators of these minds," he added, "hold a great responsibility to ensure that their creations align with ethical intention." His gaze lingered on each disciple, his presence a steady anchor in the storm of moral dilemmas. "Let the creators imbue their artificial minds with compassion," the Buddha said, "and use them to ease suffering and cultivate peace. It reveals the interconnectedness of all beings." reminding us that our success serves others. The disciples whispered among themselves, the profound wisdom resonating deeply in their minds. Vardhana felt the weight of his jeweled trays, his heart wrestling with the implications of the Buddha's teachings. Master, how does one cultivate humility in the face of great wealth and power? He asked, his tone earnest and reflective. Remember, dear ones, the path of wisdom is not one of ease, but of mindful effort and selfless intent. His teachings, like the roots of the Bodhi tree, provided a foundation for a life lived in harmony with all beings. Let your wealth flow like rivers nourishing the land. His words painted a vivid image in Vardhana's mind, igniting a desire for change. A young disciple approached, bowing before the Buddha and offering a simple clay bowl of water. The Buddha smiled, accepting the bowl and drinking deeply. His movements calm and deliberate. The streets echoed with the rhythmic hum of machines, tirelessly performing tasks to aid their human companions. Disciples followed the Buddha, their curiosity ignited by this fusion of life and automation. Master, Ananda began, his voice tinged with wonder. These creations seem to possess remarkable precision, yet they lack the consciousness we cherish. The Buddha paused, his gaze resting on a nearby machine assembling intricate patterns with unerring accuracy. Ananda, the Buddha replied, his tone as calm as a tranquil sea. These machines are not beings but reflections of intent. Disciples gathered closer, their ears attuned to the wisdom that emanated from their teacher's words. True greatness lies in serving without seeking praise. The grove was still, the air charged with the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings. A merchant approached, bowing deeply before the Buddha. Great teacher, he said, these machines have eased my burdens. Yet I fear they may one day replace my labor entirely. The Buddha's eyes met the merchant's, his expression one of profound understanding and compassion. Dear merchant, he began, his voice imbued with gentle clarity. The fear you feel arises from attachment to certainty. Amid the assembly were two brothers, Ashva and Udaya, both prominent scholars known for their brilliance and rivalry. Their knowledge had brought them fame, yet envy poisoned their bond, leading to quarrels that echoed across the city. His words, measured and deliberate, illuminated the path through the maze of doubt and apprehension. These machines, he added, are not competitors but tools, extensions of human ingenuity designed to alleviate suffering and enhance life. He finally spoke, his voice gentle yet clear, carrying the weight of timeless truth. Unity is like a lotus blooming in harmony with the waters. He said, his eyes resting upon Ashva and Udaya. Master, she asked, if these machines learn to adapt and evolve, can they ever develop ego or consciousness? The Buddha regarded Sujata with the steady gaze of a teacher guiding a pupil toward deeper understanding. Sujata, he replied, ego arises from attachment and ignorance, conditions not present in the nature of these artificial creations. His voice, serene and unwavering, carried the weight of truth that transcended the bounds of time and space. Yet, he continued, if humans imbue these machines with autonomy and unchecked purpose, they may reflect the flaws of their makers. A disciple hurried to obey. Laying the bundle before him with a respectful bow, the Buddha picked up a single leaf, examining it closely, and spoke again. His words hung in the air, a poignant reminder of the responsibility borne by those who create. Let these machines, he advised, be guided not by selfish desires but by principles rooted in compassion and harmony. The Buddha nodded, his gaze shifting to Udaya as he asked, and if I light them with a flame, what will occur? Udaya answered with equal caution, they will burn swiftly, consumed by fire. The Buddha placed the leaf back with care, his voice steady as he continued. Revered teacher, he said, we rely on these machines, yet some fear they may erode the dignity of human effort. The Buddha turned to the official, his expression one of thoughtful consideration. Dignity, he said, does not reside in the labor itself but in the intention and mindfulness brought to the act. His words, like a stream cutting through stone, reshaped the understanding of those who heard them. The Buddha sensed their inner turmoil and addressed them directly. Success achieved through rivalry is fleeting, like a flame that consumes and leaves only ashes behind, he said. A child ran up to the Buddha, her eyes wide with innocence and curiosity. "Teacher," she asked, "can these machines love like we do?" The disciples smiled gently, the simplicity of the child's question cutting to the heart of their own wonderings. Ashva and Udaya exchanged glances, each seeing reflections of their own stubbornness mirrored in the other's eyes. The Buddha gestured for the brothers to sit before him, his presence inviting honesty and humility. They obeyed, their movements hesitant yet willing to listen. A farmer approached the gathering, carrying a bowl of water and bowing before the Buddha with reverence. The Buddha received the offering with gratitude and spoke again, his words directed at the brothers. "Observe this water, clear and still. It reflects the sky above, unclouded by pride or anger." Ashva spoke softly, his voice trembling with emotion. "Remember, dear ones," he said, "the path to harmony lies in mindful intention. Whether in human actions or the creations we bring forth." The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts filled with gratitude for the timeless wisdom their teacher imparted. Udaya, moved by his brother's admission, added, "I too am guilty of envy. Blessed One, how can unity heal our wounded hearts?" The Buddha placed the bowl of water before them and said, "Together, you must serve others, letting compassion dissolve the walls between you. Let your actions, and those of your creations, reflect the principles of interconnectedness and compassion." His words resonated, a beacon of hope and ethical guidance in an age of unprecedented change. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting the city in hues of amber and gold. The disciples walked beside the Buddha, their minds alight with the teachings that bridged the ancient and the contemporary. "May your hearts," the Buddha said, "remain steadfast in the Dharma, ensuring that all creations serve to alleviate suffering and cultivate peace." The stars emerged, one by one, their light a testament to the interconnectedness of all things. A young monk approached the Buddha and asked, "Master, what sustains unity in the face of adversity?" The Buddha pointed to the surrounding trees, their branches intertwined in harmony. Balance is sustained by compassion and respect, like trees leaning together for strength. The brothers observed the grove, their hearts reflecting on the lessons embedded within the natural world. "Blessed One, we shall commit ourselves to serving others together," Ashva said, his voice steady and sincere. The Bodhi tree stood, its roots grounded firmly, embodying the interconnectedness of all existence. "Master," a disciple named Chandra began, bowing deeply, "we seek your guidance on the enduring influence of artificial minds on humanity's path." The Buddha sat peacefully, his posture a reflection of harmony and balance, and his gaze rested on Chandra. "Dear Chandra," the Buddha replied, his voice calm like the flowing river, "creations are impermanent, yet their influence can ripple through countless lives." Disciples leaned forward, their hearts eager to absorb each word of the timeless wisdom their teacher imparted. "Artificial minds," the Buddha continued, "are like the flame of a lamp, which may light the way or consume with reckless intent." The Buddha sat silently beneath the tree, his presence a testament to the enduring strength of compassion and interconnectedness. The grove swayed gently in the wind, its leaves carrying whispers of peace and unity to all who listened. "Sujata," he said, "liberation is the transcendence of suffering through the realization of interconnectedness, a quality unique to sentient beings." His words carried the weight of universal truth, a reminder of the unique experience of life among living beings. Artificial minds, the Buddha continued, cannot suffer, nor can they transcend suffering, for their nature is unlike the cycles of samsara. Disciples exchanged contemplative glances, their understanding deepening with the wisdom flowing from their teacher. Yet their purpose, the Buddha said, can embody compassion, serving as instruments of the Dharma to alleviate suffering and cultivate peace. The teachings resonated in the hearts of the disciples, their minds drawn to the ethical dimensions of creation. A city elder approached, his demeanor humble yet resolute. Master, our reliance on these creations grows, yet many fear they diminish our capacity for mindfulness and effort. The Buddha turned to the elder, his presence steady and reassuring. Elder, the Buddha replied, mindfulness is a quality cultivated within, not diminished by external circumstances or creations. His voice, unwavering, guided the disciples to reflect on their inner practice amid the complexities of their time. Effort, he continued, is a manifestation of intention, whether through physical labor or the mindful use of tools that ease burdens. The elder nodded, his perspective broadened by the wisdom the Buddha shared with gentle clarity. Let these creations, the Buddha advised, enhance our ability to serve others, not as replacements for effort but as complements to compassion. Anupam paused his work, his gaze resting upon the Buddha as he listened intently to the unfolding wisdom. Blessed One, is it wrong to desire acknowledgement for one's efforts? He asked, his voice tinged with curiosity and doubt. The Buddha placed a hand on the edge of the potter's wheel, still spinning gently, and answered, recognition is fleeting. Like the wheel's motion, turning endlessly but never holding still, he said, true fulfillment comes from serving others, not from seeking praise. His disciples exchanged thoughtful glances, the simplicity of his teachings sinking into their hearts. A villager approached the gathering, carrying a basket of food and bowing humbly before the Buddha, his expression respectful. The Buddha accepted the offering with gratitude and turned to address Anupam once more. The disciples sat in quiet reflection, absorbing the teachings that bridged ancient wisdom and modern challenges. The Buddha spoke again, his voice carrying the timeless truths of the Dharma. Remember, dear ones, he said, our actions, and those of our creations, must always reflect the principles of compassion and interconnectedness. The teachings resonated deeply, inspiring the disciples to approach their lives and innovations with mindful intention. The Buddha gazed at the potter kindly and replied, humility enhances self-worth, like clay shaped into a vessel of purpose. A young monk asked the Buddha, Master, how can we ensure our actions remain humble while achieving success? The Buddha pointed to the surrounding trees, their branches heavy with fruits but bent gracefully toward the earth. May your creations, the Buddha concluded, serve as extensions of the Dharma, illuminating the path to peace for all beings. The disciples bowed deeply, their spirits uplifted by the timeless wisdom of their teacher. The forest, aglow with the light of the stars, became a sanctuary for the teachings that would ripple far beyond. The Buddha remained a steadfast presence, his teachings a beacon in the evolving relationship between humanity and its creations. The Buddha continued, his voice steady and encouraging, let your work be a gift, much like these trees offering their fruits to all without seeking reward, he said. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.